Hi, everybody. It is a snowy day here in Chicago, which is unbelievable because it is April 14th. And usually by now it is sunny and warm. So this is pretty exciting that it's snowy outside, and I'm here with a coffee and you all ready to talk about RIE philosophy. So I'm going to go through the list on RIE's website, which is rie.org, and go through the basic principles of RIE and talk about things that I love about it and things that I might think a little bit more about as an occupational therapist. So, number one is the idea behind RIE is that we have an authentic child. And I think more and more in life and in society, authenticity is the goal. So we want to be able to share our truth or our inner experiences or our inner wants and needs in a way that is allowing us to be secure, autonomous, competent, and connected, as RIE's website says. And I think this is one of the things that I love most about the RIE philosophy. It's all about appreciating the child for who they are, not who we want them to be or not who we expect them to be, but helping them to know that we're truly interested in seeing who they are. So this relates a lot to Dan Siegel's attachment principle that in order to be organized and connected, we need to be seen, safe, soothed, and secure. So this element goes back to seeing a child in a way that's very regulating to the body and the mind and the nervous system for life. Next is trust in the infant's competence. So we have a basic trust in the infant to explore the environment and the world in a way that will develop their bodies and minds and emotions. So when we are trusting that kids are capable and competent in some ways and not just passive kind of players in their lives, they develop an ability to feel secure and develop mastery of their actions and an understanding of their self. So I also love that aspect of RIE. I think it's really nicely done. Then, sensitive observation, which in DIR Floor Time, which is the model of therapy that I work within, a main phrase that we say is wait, watch, wonder. So this is the same idea. It's observing and getting to know the child for who they are, looking at what they're doing, reading their cues, reading their signals, and understanding what is behind any behaviors or any actions that they are completing in their life. So sensitive observation is all about observing and learning the child for who they are. So I love the quote on the website. It says, "We become more humble, we teach less, and we provide an environment for learning instead." Gorgeous. So next is Caregiving Times and involving the child, which I love this aspect of it as well. So again, instead of the infant even being a passive player, so just laying there having things happen to them, which yes, that is an aspect of infancy, that we are taking care of them. It's not saying that the infant should be doing everything on their own by any means. It's saying that we involve them as an active player. So an idea I love to recommend for this is tapping the limb of whatever body part you're dressing at the time. So instead of just putting on a shirt, you might tap their limb and say, okay, this one's next arm, arm number one, arm number two, kind of making it an engaging, interactive process and a back and forth that helps the infant and the child know what is expected of them in those moments. So next is a safe, challenging, predictable environment. And this is very occupational therapy as well. So our job and our role is to create an environment that they can explore freely and have fun within and not be saying constant no's and stops and don'ts within. Janet Lansbury calls this a yes space. So if you can create a space that kids are open and free and feel safe and secure, then we're matching the environment to their developmental needs at the time, which is really helpful when it comes to development and exploration. Next, let's see what's on our list, is time for uninterrupted play and freedom to explore. This one is somewhat aligned with, I think, of Montessori with this uninterrupted free play and freedom to explore. So we want to allow moments for them to get in the flow state, which is just where they're totally invested in their learning or their activities and whatever they're doing, and give them space to be on their own and explore in those moments. So we're admiring what they're actually doing, no matter what it is, even if it seems really simple, which most infant play is, And we're not teaching, we're allowing them to explore on their own and guide their own learning process. And the final aspect of RIE, the final basic principle, is consistency. So again, this is very occupational therapy, that there is a daily routine or daily structure and clearly defined limits, and things are communicated clearly and directly with our expectations in order to create a secure foundation for the children to develop and grow from and have the freedom and creativity from there. So consistency is very fair, if you will. So Brene Brown says, clear is kind, unclear is unkind. And I think that's really aligned with RIE, and what we do in our work is setting up the kids for success in that way.